Elizabeth Einstein, secrets of an Instagram referral Jedi. Are you kidding? She's like crushing referrals like crazy. We had her on probably 50 episodes ago, and when she came on, she was service provider stylist at Anastasia. Luke Hofstetter. Luke, now it's Luke Allen. And she's just been crushing. And now, no, wait, there's more. She is the Summit Social Digital coach, and she's here tonight. First of all, I wanted to share her best kept secrets because this woman's been busy. I'm just loving what she's doing on Instagram. I'm loving what she's doing on the highlights. And here's her trend. In 16, she's an associate. Crushes 17 with 44, jumps to 50 in 18, and she's trending already 70, and it's only 4 days a week behind the chair, so she's like blowing up big time. Level 3 already. On the front end of 30-something, look at the average date, 560. Average ticket, 110. You look at her haircut price, she's running at about a 2.3, 2.4 sticker. So I'm telling you what, she is like blowing it up big time. Look at this, you guys. 2018, 148 referrals. You start doing the math on that. That's at least 12, sometimes 13 a month. I would say she's got something she wants to share with us tonight. Yes. Rebooking at 75%, crushing it on RTS. And, she's hanging out on the iPhone X, man. That is the bomb. I'm using them too. She's got, if you got to start following her, like tonight, I want you to get to her page right away, stylist. Elizabeth, that's her handle on both Facebook and Insta. We're going to hang out on Insta tonight. On Instagram, she's up to 13,000 plus, 13.6 thousand followers. The overwhelming majority of her guests are following her. I know that because I'm like, she's on my radar she's on my feed. She just continues to stream. 90% of the referrals are coming from what she's doing online. And, she booked solid today. She carves out a window of time to come hang out with us. So, without any further ado, keep your fingers crossed. We're going to go into the green room and see if we can find her. So hopefully the Wi-Fi gods are, good with her. There she is. Why don't you give it up for her, will you guys?
Everybody?
Did you hear me bragging on you?
Yeah.
Well, I know you were. I know you've been just slammed all day long, and you're just coming here. I think we got a little window of time before you got to go back into the soup. So thanks for hanging out.
I'm psyched to do it.
So catch us up, will you? I mean, it's got to be a good year plus since you've been in. Now you're with Summit's social digital coaching team, and let's start first of all with what you're doing behind the chair with social.
Yeah, I mean, still just trying to grow. I hadn't even totaled up my referrals for the year until January and just was blown away. So I just want to keep pushing that, want to keep growing. I feel like I get to do the art that I want to do, and I get to hang out with people that I love. So I want more of that to come my way.
Yeah, and what I'm on your page now. I wanted our viewers to see. I'm just loving the work. Your photography continues to evolve, and I know you and I were like chatting a little bit about on a typical month you're doing so many guests, and then and out of that photo shoots and posting. So get us started with that part, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, so probably seeing about 75 guests a month. And, anytime I have a guest come to me from Instagram or Facebook, I try to make sure that they're getting a photo shoot. So at least we're looking at 12 to 15 photo shoots a month just with them. And then, my guests that didn't come to me through Instagram, they can see our photo area. We have 2 in our salon because our salon is huge, which is amazing. So they're starting to see these photo shoots happen and they're like, what's going on? So I'm working my way through everybody else and trying to, just try to take a ton of pictures.
I know. And I asked you on your typical photo shoot, I said, what are you taking, 10, 15 pictures? And you went, no. Like a typical.
It's like 60, 70, 80. It's as many as I can. I find the more pictures that I take, the more I can use. My goal is to get 5 usable pictures every time I do a photo shoot. So I feel like it's averaging out to, if I've got 5 minutes to do a photo shoot, I can get those 5. If I've only got 1 or 2 because I'm running a few minutes behind, I can only get 1 or 2 pictures. But, you know, I try to get as many as I can. And that definitely means just go, 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 take all the pictures, just constantly, like, you know, press. And sometimes I end up with like 100 or 200, but it's worth it.
So what would be the time from, you know, you're taking the shots and then your guest leaves, and I know they're looking at it and they can't wait to get some of your content to upload on their pitch. So typically, when would they get the content from you?
Yeah. So the verbiage that I use is that, you know, I always tell them, you know, thank you so much for letting me do this photo shoot with you. And I maybe show them a couple of my favorites right away, but I don't send them the pictures right away. I tell them, you know, thank you so much for letting me do this photo shoot. It was so fun. I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to pick out my favorites and I'm going to share those with you. And then you're welcome to post those anywhere you want. Just tag me in the pictures. And so what I mean by I'm going to pick out my favorites is I'm going to go home and I'm going to lightly edit, you know, crop, maybe blur out the background, do a little lighting situation. I try to send them within 24 hours. So, you know, there's nights that I work till 9. Like tonight I'm in the sun till 9. I'm going to do a couple photo shoots. Realistically, I'm not going to get those pictures done until like 1 a.m. And that's not a good time to text somebody. So, you know, but I will do it first thing tomorrow morning.
And when you and I were chatting this afternoon, I mean, you know, it looked like I was like intaking you, but I was really learning. And as I listened to you, it's like you're on the front end of like these new set of metrics. So in a typical month, you know, 75 guests. You said to me that now your 11th commandment is if you're a referral, you know that's going to be you're going to get that photo shoot experience, and because you're doing, what is it, 14 15 referrals a month, that's on there, and then a handful of others. So in any given month, you're doing, you know, 35 40 photo shoots.
It can be, yeah, and it's fun. I feel like the guests that never came to me through Instagram, some of them, you know, they don't even know what I've been doing in this space, and so it's been really fun to kind of reveal that, and, you know, to say like, hey, like here's this other thing I'm really excited about. Especially being in Portland, so many people are in tech and marketing and things like that, so we have that in common all of a sudden. But then, you know, with my referral guests, they come to me because they've seen the pictures, and to me, it's part of the service for everybody, but especially them. So in the event that I'm running behind, because I'm gonna be real with you, like sometimes you're just running 10, 15 minutes behind. It happens. So I let them know when I'm rebooking them, hey, I'm booked out 15 extra minutes because you have a ton of hair and I want to make sure I style it, or, you know, whatever I need to tell them. But I do make sure if I can't do it that first time, then I sacrifice the 15 minutes on their next appointment so that I do have time to get those pictures because they deserve it. Yeah. And, you know, that's how they got to me in the first place.
Your reputation now, your brand is preceding you. So referrals now are coming in expecting that's kind of like part of the experience when they're with you.
Yeah. And it's super important that they have those pictures so that they can repost them and that they can tag me and that I can kind of grow from their guests.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you about that, because what I got from you this afternoon, Elizabeth, was you'll do 40 photo shoots and then you'll post 20 of those guests, and then you said something that content gets to the guest, and I said to you, so Elizabeth, how many of your guests are reposting your work? And you said, no, it's about 20 for 20.
Yeah, it is, because, you know, I try to not just take pictures of their hair and like the side of their head or the back of their head, but I try to get some really good shots of them smiling, laughing, like having a good time. And, you know, who doesn't love a cool picture of themselves? Like, I am that friend that if we're out at dinner and you ask me to take your picture, like, I'm going to take your picture for 30 minutes. Like, you're going to have a full-on photo shoot. So, you know, and it's fun. Not a lot of people get that. And so it's fun to offer that to my guests. And, you know, it's really fun to friend them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram and start seeing those pictures pop up as their profile pictures. And, you know, it's really fun to see them repost my work and interact with them a little bit more in that way.
And your planogram on your grids, you got 15 pieces of work, but probably 12 or 13 is your work. And then you're branding yourself, your own profile inside of that. What's your thinking behind that?
So, you know, something that I've noticed with myself, but I hear echoed every time, you know, working with another stylist or another salon owner, is that your hair pictures always do really well, but whenever you post a picture of yourself, all of a sudden it blows up. So I've started just sharing a little bit more of my life here and there, and finding that the more that I do that, the more that I see referrals come in. So I've been, getting used to taking selfies. And then I also partnered with a good friend of mine who's a photographer. So we do a trade where I work on her hair and she does a few photo shoots for me every couple of months. And so I have a few peppered in there, like kind of professional quality pictures, just, of me in my favorite coffee shop or in my apartment. But I'm also just like chilling in front of the mirror in my living room, being goofy, taking selfies with my cat.
And I really, what you're doing is, what you're just saying is so important. Like when you were chatting, I was swiping up on your page and I saw you're drinking, it looks like you're having a cup of coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I want the world to see, first of all, it's a beautiful photograph. And then your caption, it's almost like is anyone else just living on coffee 24/7 these days? I mean, you're being social, but when you said it blows up your page, you had 1,566 likes, and you had 21 comments. I would say that's engagement.
The personal posts go crazy, especially because I feel like, it's one thing to post hair, but most of my guests, they love pretty pictures of hair, but they don't know anything about the technical aspect of hair. So while I try to be really educational in my captions of my hair posts, I do love when my guests are super engaged. So when I ask them a personal question about myself or something really specific, I get a lot of good feedback from them. I did a post about a month ago where I was traveling, and so I asked for some, travel recommendations, like when you're on a plane, what's your favorite skincare? And I got so much response, which was awesome. But I also learned a lot and, picked up a few good skincare essentials to travel with. So it benefits me too.
Oh my God! I just found another piece of content where you're in front of it. Looks like a warehouse door. It says attitude. 1,423 likes. 6 comments. So, and what's really cool is it's just, you're not like spraying and praying. There's like a real pattern there.
Yeah. I try to do every 3. Sometimes I'm really on it and I do every single one. It's the truth is I'm naturally kind of private and I've never been an overshare online. So it's definitely, I try to be really mindful of what I'm sharing and how I'm sharing it. A few of those pictures are from my honeymoon, which, I was trying to be really focused in that moment. So I knew I wanted to post a couple of things, stay active, but I also knew I didn't want to be on Instagram 24/7 on my honeymoon.
Yeah.
So, I do try to plan it out, and I do try to be really conscious of, what I'm sharing and that it's personal, but not crossing the line of what I'm comfortable with, but still feels real.
Oh man, I mean, I'm just as you're talking, and then you did something on IGTV. I just found that, and it looks like you're demoing a product, L'Oreal Professional. So how are you using IGTV?
I'm starting to play around a little bit with doing Facebook Live posts where I style my hair or, just really candidly talk about a product that I love. And then you can save those lives and upload them to IGTV. The truth is, I don't love doing video editing. I've tried it in the past, tried to do really professionally edited videos of me working or, something like that. I just don't love it. It's not how I want to spend my time. But I do love just talking at the camera for 5 minutes. So I will often do an Instagram Live or a Facebook Live and then download it and just upload that right to IGTV.
And then your next highlight, Elizabeth, is bookings. I was watching that as you were kind of giving us a little tutorial on IG. What are you up to? What's your intention in that particular highlight in booking?
Yeah, so I want my guests to know, exactly how to book with me because so many people do come to me through Instagram. So I have, the first screen is how they can book me when I'm available. And then the second will usually be upcoming openings or, I'm traveling next month. So I added a Sunday, which I almost never do. So trying to fill those windows of time here and there. But just trying to educate my guests because, the truth is DMing someone on Instagram to get your hair done is a totally new part of the experience. It's not something that people were doing, 2 years ago.
No, you're
So I have
like,
so
yeah, you're like right on, you're like in front of it all. Then you've got
yeah.
this really cool thing I want the world to see, client selfies.
Yeah.
What's that?
So this is, whenever my guests post a picture of their hair or, post like a cute selfie of themselves, I wanna shout that out. I wanna share it. I feel like I take really great photos of my guests, but it's in kind of one way, right? But my clients are then out there, finding the good lighting, taking the good selfies, doing cute videos. And I love that and I appreciate it so much. So I just like to show them a little bit of love as well.
Oh
And
my
since so
God.
many of my guests are creatives or, trying to grow themselves on social, it's fun to kind of give them a little
Oh,
boost.
I mean, I'm looking at the client selfies, Elizabeth. It's almost, if I'm your client, I'm going, oh my God, I made the front cover of People magazine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, and then you got this other one called VIPs,
Yeah.
and that's just one swipe. It says, join me in my VIP program. What are you
Yeah.
promoting, rebooks or
So
something? Or?
inspired by Kayla Ray, I have a VIP group for my guests and people that could potentially be my guests. So it's a closed group on Facebook, and you do have to request to join. And I look pretty closely at who I let in. So either they're my clients or they're friends of clients, or they live in the surrounding Portland area. I'm really conscious of, I do not let in other stylists. I don't let in beauty school students. I don't let in product reps. Luke is the only person in it from my salon, and it's really just for guests. And that is where I do most of my Facebook Lives, or I talk about product, or I talk about the promotions we're doing in the salon a lot more candidly.
Yeah, I want to tell the world when they get on your link, and we'll post it again. You've got a highlight for pricing where it's just one slide, but basically it lists your pricing for your services. Then you have another one for referrals where you're using highlights to promote referral.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
got
I mean, so the referral program within Summit is rad, right? A friend sends you in, and you get, in our salon, it's $25, so you get $25 off your service, and then your friend gets 25 off for sending you in. But I like to give my guests a little taste of what that is immediately when they come in. So obviously, Instagram referral counts as a referral, and they get the $25 off. But I want them to know, hey, this is a nice little incentive to get you to stop by. And then once they're in the chair, I explain to them exactly what that $25 means and how they can continue to earn it.
And then the one I'm really loving, and it looks like you've got some how-tos, care for your balayage, and it looks like you're promoting product with the look. What's that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just, I want to familiarize people with what we're using behind the chair and in our salon. I love Kerastase, I love L'Oreal Professional, but they don't have the biggest brand presence in Portland where I live. And so for me, that's not, I don't see a lot of response where I post a product and then people immediately come in and buy it. But I do see a lot of response from my guests who are like, hey, I looked at this and like, you keep mentioning this 10-in-1 thing. Like, what is this? And so it just opens up the conversation for me. And then I can dive in and be like, let me tell you how amazing 10-in-1 is.
Yeah. Well, we're running out of time, but I just wanted to really, because the tutorial tonight was extraordinary, where you were saying, typical month, 75 guests. I probably have in or around 40 shoots. I'm posting 20 of the 40. 20 of those, everything that I'm posting gets reposted on the salon's page. God bless the Instagram page manager at Anastasia. 10 out of your 20 posts are finding on your guest page. And in a nutshell, are you engaging anytime when the guests repost? Do you acknowledge their presence? And
every single time. So if they either tag me in the picture or tag me in the comment, I get a notification. And then, I definitely they did an amazing thing for me. They're helping me out. So I make sure I go there. I thank them. I tell them how wonderful it was to spend time with them. But then I make a mental note to go back to that picture, for the next few days, because the Instagram algorithm, it's not chronological anymore. It's an algorithm. So, posts can live for 1, 2, sometimes 3 days. You never know, depending on their engagement. So I just make a note, like, okay, like Jenny came in, she saw me she reposted the pictures and tagged me. I'm just going to pop back onto that post once or twice a day for the next couple of days. And I'm going to take a look at who's liking that picture and who's commenting on it. And if I feel like that person kind of fits within my audience and fits within the realm of someone who I want to see in my chair, who would be a good fit for me, I make sure to reach out to that person.
I love it. And your the now as I'm kind of listening to you, watching you give us this tutorial, it's less mysterious. Why last year you were just this side of 150 referrals a month, because you're like you. And what I love about it is you're taking Instagram to a whole different level, and bringing a personal element to it that apparently your guests are loving it and it's working big time.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, really and truly, this is the key to getting to do the kind of work that I want to do the kind of art I want to do, hang out with people I want to hang out with. Like, I truly love all of my clients, and it's because of this.
Last but not least, tell us about the work you're doing at Summit Social Digital. I know you're doing some social media intensives with some coursework, and you're doing some online consulting. What's that about?
So I've been on the Summit social media team since day one, and a lot of what's in our programming is based on my best practices and based on what I've been doing behind the chair that's worked for me. I'm so passionate about sharing this stuff, especially, sharing this knowledge of women, growing women, helping people buy homes, buy cars, live their best lives. So I offer a 4-week social media intensive webinar that is customized to your salon. So if you're a salon owner and you feel like you need to get your team jump started, or you need to help them refine their knowledge, we do a webinar that everyone on your staff can watch kind of on their own time. There's short homework assignments that tie right into what they're already doing behind the chair. So it's not extra work for them. It's just enhancing what they're already doing. And then we build out a private classroom on Facebook just for your staff. So any questions that come up throughout the week, I'm right there to answer for you guys. And then you have access to all that content for a year. So you get to hang out with me, watch my videos, ask me questions for 365 days.
Two other questions. When's your next online class? And number two, can they direct message you if they Instagram your handle to get that?
Yeah, so I'm working with 2 salons this spring, but I have room for definitely quite a few more. So I'm not offering any public ones right now on the books, but I'm hoping to get one scheduled out as soon as I can. But those private salon ones are totally open to y'all. So anyone, if you want to set up one of those private salon sessions, we're going to do that online through the webinar. So you can be anywhere in the country. You can just DM me as Stylist Elizabeth on Instagram, and we'll set up a time to chat.
So this is big, because that's guys, if you're watching this, you got to hear this. What Elizabeth is saying is she will do closed session Facebook intensive just for your team. So and you're going to really, I would encourage you to direct message her. And I'm going to put some tiles up after you leave, Elizabeth, as to if they want to check this out on summitsalon.com. But what a cool, that would be like a private social media training intensive with Elizabeth, and it's just for the salon staff. It's a closed session.
Totally customized to you guys. So whether you're total beginners or you have some people that are really advanced, or like anything in between, it's totally customized to your needs. And then you've got access to me 24/7. So any questions that come up, I'm there to answer. I'm there to coach you guys along.
Nice. Well, thank you very much. I know you got a lot of stuff going on, and I know you're like a few minutes away. You got to get back to your clients. So great. You and I'll debrief this. I'm gonna wrap up with a couple of minutes and kind of tell the world what you told them, and point them to your links, and just keep crushing it. I'm sure I'm going to be seeing you in a little while. You and I'll hang out at the Summit retreat. So thanks a lot for your time, and keep on booming.
All right, thanks, Michael. This is
fun. It's really cool. Give it up one more time for you guys.
Bye, everybody.
All right, I'll see you later. That was amazing, you guys. I'm going to just really, I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to see if the Wi-Fi gods will be nice to me and let me pair my mobile to to the TV because we were on her page, and it was nothing short of amazing. I just want to bring you back in case you missed it. What she was pointing out. There she is. There. Okay. So this is her page. You're going to want to follow her stylist, Elizabeth. She's got. Yeah, no, I bring you to the page, and now that it's not going to be nice to me. So she took us on a tour, first of all, of her Instagram grids. I'll do it this way. I'll get off of this. There, and I'll just hold up what she, where she was, what she was telling us. Here we go. Okay. It's a good thing I'm a geek, otherwise we'd really be in trouble, right? So here's her Instagram page, and her first tutorial is look at the amazing photography there, and you can see that for every 15 pieces of work, she's got 2 or 3 pieces of her profile, and she shares what she does. So you hit one of these. This is her. It looks simple, drinking a cup of coffee, but she's sharing her life. She really puts some thought on her caption. Is anyone else just living on coffee? I'll let you and read that. But it blew up her page. 1,566 likes with 21 comments. I mean, I could go on and on. Here's something where she was just doing like a pose, her own selfie, and then her caption is, I'm definitely procrastinating when I do, this. And then you look at this, 1,661 likes, 62 comments. So she's sharing. What I love about this is she's really showcasing her art, her hair, her work, as well as her life. I would say she's every bit of a photographer as she is a hairdresser. And then what's really cool is I want you to really study her highlights, because on her highlights she uses it as it's almost like a library. She's got something going on IGTV. Then she has her booking, how she books. She's got client selfie little video that she put together. Her VIP promotion, how she prices her services. I mean, it's almost like she's got her own website, for God's sake. So it was just an extraordinary interview, and I'm hoping that as a result of like her taking you on this tutorial, if you're a Summit Salon owner, my lips to your ears, I would be reaching out to her and say, look, can you do, I'm getting goosebumps now, can you do an in-house, private, customized social digital intensive? She'll do some intake on you, some of your people, and then to take you and your people. I think it's on a 4-week module, and it's really customized to them. So I can't think of a better way of closing the gap between where your people are, where they're at doing in social media, and getting them where they need to be to really start blowing it up in the salon for you. So just a great interview. Give it up for her one more time. And what I'd like you to do then is if you're new to us, I'm going to kind of refer you to Michael Cole Summit. That's the page you're on tonight. This continues to become the Summit Salon social media learning channel, for goodness sake. We did our 150th webisode tonight, so hang out on that page. This interview will be on that page for a few days. We're going to be editing it, reposting it at the edited version, and then no, wait, there's more. There'll probably be a 3 to 4 minute what we call micro learning of this that we'll post as well. And if you missed all of that, go to Summit's YouTube page and you can watch it there. This is all for free, so there's no damn reason why you shouldn't be taking advantage of this offer. The same handle, Michael Cole Summit, will also get you on the Instagram page. I'm blogging several times a day on both of the pages, and they continue to grow. I think we're just under 60,000 followers on Facebook, and what is it, 21 or so 21,000 or so. No, I think it's even more than that. That might be an old post. I think I'm just under 30,000 on Instagram. So hang out there. It's free stuff. Vlogging on Facebook, and blogging on Instagram. What else do I want to tell you? You should be living on summitsalon.com now. There's just too many, landing pages within that site that have content that'll keep you current. If you're a Summit Salon Academy, we've got, a domain for you there. If you go on our homepage, it'll bring you to various domain landing pages inside of the site. You're going to want to really hang out on our product resources because that's our latest, greatest, where we keep our, latest, greatest content. Like the social digital script guide I launched at the Redken Symposium in Jan, the social digital planner. These now have become like the Bibles, the holy grail of social media training. Our scripts for guest scripts are still in over the top. I've even put over here now that this is our Summit YouTube page and watching all of the lives on that page as well. If you want to get a hold of Elizabeth, you can either contact her through Messenger on Instagram or Facebook, or call the office and set up a Zoom.com with her. You can talk to her on the phone, and she will show you how she can bring a customized program in for you. On SummitSalon.com as well, we now have all of our digital calculators at no charge that do break the goal setting down so that people have daily service goals and product goals. We call them magic day goals. We have a measure what you treasure, a digital tracker now. And again, there's no charge for this. There's just no damn reason at all why you guys don't want to be taking advantage of that. So it was an extraordinary night. And we always end in gratitude. This is our sponsor, L'Oreal Professional Product Division. Of course, we've got Redken, we've got Purology, Matrix, L'Oreal Professional, Kerastase, Baxter, Essie, Mazzani, Shoe. These are all the brands. When you support these brands, you're supporting our sponsor, and their financial support in Summit allows us to bring this to you. So if you're grateful, show it, support them, and we can continue this collaboration. Our distribution arms are Salon Centric, State Beauty, and RDA ProMart. Thank you. These are the sales consultants that you're going to want to be reaching out to come in to have the conversation of the next chapter of your life, which is Summit Salon Business Center. So great conversation. And I don't know, you guys. I think we made history. So I think you should give it up for her one more time. Elizabeth Army, thanks, she was awesome. And we'll see you next week with another great show.